Hello, everyone. All right, let's see. Hang on. I'm going to adjust my sound just a tiny bit. There we go. All right. So let's see. Am I in live chat? Yes, I am in live chat. Hello, everyone. So I know I said I wasn't going to be back until Monday, but truth be told, I was missing you guys and it was driving me crazy not streaming. We kind of feel like we're on the tail end of everybody. We had to confirm nobody had COVID or anything. It's just, you know, first week back at school, kiddos bring stuff home. So it's a long week, but yes, we are here. So tonight's going to be kind of low key. This isn't going to be a full color on. This is something I need to work on. And I was like, I should just work on it with them. All right, so let's go ahead and scroll up. Hey, look, it's Steve. Allie, what? I thought you were gone till Monday. Yep, I popped on early. All the fun stuff is gonna start on Sunday, my time. So yeah, I guess Monday, Australia time. Aspie, hello. Mona, hello. Evelyn, hello. Let's see, Sarah, hello. Kenny, hello. Let's see. I'm not missing anyone. Oh, Kenny, have you not been feeling well? I've been a little out of the loop here. Joe, hello. Angie, hello. Let's see. I miss Melissa. I live with a toddler. Every time someone says, hi, Steve, I want to add, and Blue. Oh, Sarah, that's exactly. That's why when he goes into chats, he'll go, hey, out there, it's me, Steve. Hi, Daniela. Hi, Sunday. So before we get started though, a couple announcements. So I showed you all last time we streamed, hang on, I'm really warm. This shirt that I'm wearing on top, it's a long sleeve. Oh, it was a bad choice, kind of like a sweater here, so hang on. But so last time we were here, I showed you the new Magic Flies and Markarts from the wonderful, wonderful happy mail of Evelyn. We got some other happy mail that I want to show you, but also, Evelyn, I sent you a message and I was curious. Did you send these as well? These arrived today. If you did, thank you. I was like, yes, more Poscos. I needed to get them. Oh, good God, Evelyn, it's not like that. It was like an over sweater shirt thingy. There's a shirt under here. See, I'm wearing a shirt. Well, thank you, Evelyn. That was amazing. Well, because we have the new Markarts now and the Magic Fly and another one, there are 3 new color charts on the... So, I mean, I wasn't totally non-active during this week, although I will tell you, with the kids home all week, it was so hard to get things done. But there are 3 new... I think what they maybe did, Evelyn, is that they put the message in the pencils because this came after the pencils. But either way, they arrived, they're here, so thank you. But 3 new color charts in the download section of the website. So if you're new and you're not familiar, if you go to emilyillustrator.com/downloads, there are a bunch of color charts. So this week I've added the Markart color chart, I've added the Magic Fly color chart, and the... I'm sure most of you saw. Oof. The colors. Now, the person who sent this wanted to remain anonymous, but she's absolutely wonderful. But here's the thing. Sort of, Allie, until we had that it wasn't COVID confirmed, we did keep little Emily home because obviously if little Steve had COVID, we couldn't exactly be sending little Emily to school. So we kept her home one day until we had it confirmed or not, and he ended up negative for it, and so she went back to school. But then we kept her home again today because her throat was starting to hurt, which is exactly how little Steve started. Anyway, it has just been a long week. Little Steve's been home all week, and consequently he's wanted a lot of attention. So it was just really hard to do anything. We were up late at night, checking fevers, yada yada. I was just like, man, I was kind of glad that I canceled just because I was just like a zombie all week. I was so tired. But along with that box of the colors, I actually have a second box of the colors, the 180. So I was speaking with this particular person, and we decided it'd be a good idea. We decided it'd be a good idea to give away the second box. So I haven't officially announced the giveaway yet because I still need to, right, Allie? I still need to work out the specifics of it, but here, I'll tell you when it's gonna happen. So starting this Sunday at 8 a.m., I'm gonna be live every day until Saturday. We're gonna do the 8 a.m. Some streams might only be an hour, some streams might be 2, depending on if there's anyone coming after me or if I've got a meeting, but at the very least, they'll each be an hour. But the giveaway for these pencils is going to be during the live stream on Saturday. I thought about just doing an Instagram one, but this event is specifically to kick off the new Let's Talk episode. So I want it to all kind of like stay here and stay on YouTube. So I'll make the full announcement for everybody, but to be eligible to win the pencils, and I will say now, it is gonna be US only because I'm not really sure what the shipping for that would be, but shipping for US is a little bit more acceptable. So I apologize to those that don't live in the US, but it'll be for US only, but it'll happen on Saturday during that stream. Wait, you're streaming tomorrow Saturday? No, sorry, the next coming Saturday. So it'll be the 4th. So for me, for US Central Time, it's going to be Saturday, September 4th is when that stream is going to be. So Saturday, September 4th. And like I said, I'll make an official announcement about it and everything, but it will be a giveaway that's going to happen during stream, whether it's in the middle or at the end, I'm not sure. It might be closer to the end just because not a lot of people can get up as early as 8 a.m. and I want to make sure everybody has a chance. So that is when that's going to happen. So that Saturday, the 4th, is going to be a busy, hi Mary, sorry, I'm missing people coming in. That next whole week and Saturday is going to be super busy. So Saturday, that 4th, we'll have the stream, we'll have the giveaway, and then directly after the stream is over at 10, the first episode of the Let's Talk series will go live. Well, not live, but you know, it's scheduled to you know, pop up on, it's gonna be like, hey, look, an episode. Anyway, words are hard. I'm sorry, my brain is not, it has been a long, weird week, chat. So anyway, this is all just kind of me babbling at the moment. Everything will be official when I make the post for it, so just keep an eye out on all of my socials for that. Okay, moving on, next one. Look what I made, it's a postcard. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with it yet. I kind of want to paint more of them. This is from Johanna's free download, but I transferred it onto the postcard and I watercolored it. I kind of want to do more and give them away or send them to Johanna. I haven't decided, but I have plans to do more. And speaking of watercolor, so I did a watercolor class on day before yesterday. It was one that Colorful Optimistic had suggested. It went so fast. It was like an hour, but little Steve like needed 4 or 5 different things. So this is not as nice as I would have liked, but it went pretty quick. So that was kind of fun. Something I did during the week. Let's see, was there anything else? I feel like that's kind of it. So yeah, I'm glad to be back. So today is going to be super chill. We're gonna get at least one of these done. And then if we have time, we're gonna do this one here. Words are hard, man. I am so out of practice. I should have done like warm-up phrases, you know, unique New York, before I got on here. So this particular page is actually going to be used for an upcoming episode. I'm not gonna tell you which one. Some of you might be able to guess. I've been posting pictures of it on Instagram, but it is for a future episode. Where did you get the blank watercolor postcard? Arteza, Melissa. They are the Arteza watercolor postcards. Yeah, you can get them over there. If you scroll down to the bottom of the description, there's a general Arteza link that you can use there. But yeah, they're the Arteza watercolor postcards. I can't remember if they're hot press or cold press, but I want to say they're cold press because it's got some texture on it. But yeah, which is funny because honestly, I would never send this like postcard, like do this, just pop a stamp and set it in, because I feel like the front would get damaged. So if I were to send this out, I'd probably put it in an envelope just to keep it nice, you know? All right, so for this one, when I say we're gonna keep it simple, I mean we are going to keep it incredibly simple. The only pencils that we are using on this particular one is going to be from the Markart set. This is number 30. So here's the interesting thing. In the Markart box, it has the number and it has the names listed. There's no names on the pencils themselves, but according to the chart that's on the lid on the box, hi Shannon, this is number 30, which is emerald green. So we're gonna be using emerald green. We'll have white if we need it, and black if we need it, and a blender pencil. But that's all we're using on this one. We'll pull out new colors if we're able to get to this bottom one right here. But for now, this is gonna be super simple. So I probably won't call out color numbers because it's literally, if it's a green pencil, it's the emerald green. If it's the white one, it's white. If it's the black one, it's black. They're the same as Sioux color. I've never tried the Sioux colors, but that would make sense because, hang on. Hang on. Wow. Wait, you said the colors are, let's see, there was something on one of the boxes, maybe it's a marker. One of them said Sucor on it, but anyway, I like them. Sarah Renee Clark, she reviewed the Niones and the Markarts, and she preferred the Markarts over the Niones, and yeah, I like them a lot. They're pretty soft. They're pretty soft. They leave quite a shine when the light's on them. Not all pencils are as reflective as that, but yeah, they're not bad. All right, so we are just gonna start with a light layer on the background. And for those of you that haven't been here before, you may wonder, like, how on earth is she going to make anything decent with literally just one pencil color? And it has to do with values and shading. So ideally this will come out pretty nice, but we are just using Uno Coloro. I don't know, what's the Spanish word for color? Colores? Uno colores? But yeah, so we use white or black if we need to. And I'm not using the white, I am not using the white from the Markarts, I'm using the white from Prismacolor. I watched the Frugal Crafter and she tested the pencils and did a lot of research to find out about them. Oh, okay, hi Tanya. I'll have to take a look at that. I haven't seen her. Or seen that particular one. Truth be told, I was watching Nerdy Crafter today and she was doing weird pregnancy food combinations. So I immediately sent the video to Shannon. But yeah, I just figured this is something, like I said, it's not a full color along or anything. This will be the only day we're doing this one. But I just wanted something kind of low-key and easy for us to do, kind of get back in the swing of things as sort of the wind-up for the massive kind of streamathon-ish that we're going to be doing. Oh, Mary and Tanya, I posted in Discord, and I don't know if you saw, but I have a bone to pick with you, missies. Season 5, Daniel Jackson. What the heck? Why would they do that to me? Stargate. I mean, I looked it up and it was creative differences, but creative differences my butt. Didn't they know what they were doing to the fans? I'm okay. I still don't know how I feel about the replacement though. I mean, he's okay, but I like Daniel Jackson. Very what? Daniel Jackson, season 5. Steve could tell I was visibly upset. We're on to season 6 now. Just keep watching. Well, I mean, I've seen that he's come back for a couple episodes as his glowy self, but unless he like comes back permanently, I don't know, man. If he's gone permanently, they need to make it up to me by like getting O'Neill and Carter together, because that was just distressing. Just keep watching. If anybody was watching the food channel in Discord, I definitely wasn't up at midnight last night making muffins. To be fair, I had to stay up anyway because I had to check on Steve, or not Steve, little Steve, And, you know, I always check his fever, but make sure it's going down before we go to bed and everything. And I was just like, well, making muffins. Hi, Della. Keep watching. Mary. Well, there's only like, I'm not halfway through season 6, but it's only 7 seasons, right? Creative differences. Psh. The worst reason ever. Stop being so selfish. Think of the fans. You just need to keep watching, Missy. Okay. Well, I'm not going to put it down. I told Steve, like, it's a refreshing storyline. Like, I've actually really enjoyed watching it. Hi, Marilyn. Yeah, Marilyn, it wasn't the original plan. But the kids have been, both of them have been going to bed at 8. I know little Emily sometimes stays up. And honestly, I've missed you guys, and I was just like, it's been weird all week not streaming. Like, usually there's a certain time of the day when I start thinking about, like, okay, I need to make sure, you know, this, and this is set up. You know, I start kind of mentally prepping for, you know, what I want to do in the evening, and, you know, maybe what I want to do on stream or how I want to go about it. And yeah, it's been weird. Like, I'll be walking up the stairs thinking, oh, I should probably start getting ready for stream. And then I was like, wait, I'm not streaming. And yeah, so it just made me sad, and it was weird. Hi, Groon. So I'm glad to be streaming. And I was a little nervous, though. I messaged Shannon earlier because I had a headache earlier today. I'm like, of course, the day I think I want to, you know, go back. So I was just like, I'm not sure if it's happening. I gotta get rid of the headache. And it did. It dissipated. So yeah. But honestly, that was probably my fault because yes, I was doing the midnight muffin baking and I may have nipped a little bit of it. So that's my own gluten-y fault. But I also ordered some pencil cases today. So those should hopefully be here soon. I decided I wanted to get a 72 count case because I have extras of the ErgoSoft and I kind of just want them all in one place rather than, you know, just grabbing one when I need one. I want to just put them all in a case. So I went ahead and ordered a case for that. Love Stargate back in the day, particularly the spin-off Stargate Atlantis because it had Jason Momoa, Aquaman. Yes, Sunday. Okay, so here's the funny thing is I actually started Stargate with Stargate Atlantis. I didn't know what order they were in. I was just kind of looking. I'm like, all right, I guess we'll start with this one. But then I came and told Chad about it, and they informed me I need to watch the movie first, then SG-1, then Atlantis. So if you liked Atlantis, you would actually like SG-1. I've really been enjoying it. Like, they legitimately, the plots legitimately keep me guessing. Like, obviously I know for the most part, except season 5, Daniel Jackson. For the most part, you know that, you know, everything's going to turn out fine and they'll, you know, get back through the Stargate or whatever the heck's going on. But things will happen and I'll be like, I am legitimately curious how they're going to get out of this situation or how they're going to, you know, how the writers are going to get them out of this one. Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, that was the other reason why I took the time off because I ended up with a sore throat too. And so, okay, story time. I put this in Discord, but for those who haven't seen it, so little Steve and I, when he was initially sick, we took him to get a rapid COVID test. It's just started out with a sore throat and we're like, you know what, it just started school, you know, we can't be too careful. So we went ahead and got a test and it came up negative. Well, after that, he got, his cold got worse. He started, you know, getting a fever and everything. And our doctor told us that those rapid tests are really only 100% accurate if they show up positive. If they're negative, there's a chance that they could be a false negative. So after his symptoms got worse, we're like, okay, well, let's go ahead and do the, I think it's called like a PCR test. Basically, it's the one where they stick the nose swab all the way up to your brain hole and it doesn't feel good. So I went with little Steve to go get it done. I'd only ever had the rapid test. And so I was not prepared for this particular test. But here, so we go in there, you know, little Steve and I are gonna go get tested. And, you know, I'm there to set a good example for little Steve. And, you know, I'm like, all right, they're gonna use this Q-tip and they're gonna swish it in your nose and then we'll be done. I was like, do you want Mama to go first? So, wait, he pooped? Oh, I'm gonna guess tested. I'm gonna guess that was supposed to be tested positive. Oh goodness. Hi, Ems. I'm sorry you're going through that. Let's see. I actually want to use a white on this background. So anyway, I'm thinking, okay, I'll go first and I'll show little Steve it's not that big of a deal and, you know, help him be a little bit brave about it because he was a little nervous, you know. So I go to sit there and little Steve's watching and I couldn't, I never had this particular COVID test done. Like I said, I only got tested one other time because I was getting my tonsils out, but it was the rapid test. We're just using the white now. So I'm like, all right, I'll go first and, you know, help him feel all brave about it. And then it's not a big deal. Well, first mistake, I winced and I went, because it hurt. That dang thing goes all the way up your nostrils and it's painful. Stick it up to your brain hole. Hi, Kelly, it is. They do stick that thing up to your brain hole and swish it around and everything. So, you know, I'm both like, okay, you know, that was the first nostril. I'm like, okay, I'm going to compose myself and I'm just going to, you know, grin and bear it. I'm thinking all this in my head. You know, I'm like, I need to set a good example for little Steve so that he's not scared about it, you know? So she goes to do the second one and I don't even know... Right, Sunday? I don't even know what I was thinking, but it was completely reactionary. Like it wasn't even anything that I consciously did. It was just my immediate reaction. Well, she stuck it up my nose to test it, and it like actually hurt. And without thinking, my hand flung up, grabbed her wrist. Like it was full on, like you'd think I had superpower speed or whatever, but I grabbed her wrist and without thinking I yanked her hand like away from my nose. So the Q-tip, it's not a Q-tip, it's a swab. So the swab came out, but it was just, she looked at me all like startled and I'm fully embarrassed because I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I'm supposed to be setting a good example for little Steve. And I look over it and he's looking at me like I'm a nutcase, you know, he's a little guy and he's just looking at me like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, oh, mommy's okay. You know, mama just reacted. It's fine though. And I look at the nurse and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And so, you know, she finishes up. I clearly set the worst example possible for this thing. And if so, it's little Steve's turn and, you know, he's doing just fine. And, you know, he kind of scrunches up his face and like, is just like, like he didn't really like it that much, but he held still. He didn't grab the nurse's arm. He was just like, he looked at me. He's like, Mommy, it wasn't that big of a deal. Like he's looking at me like, what the heck is wrong with you? And I'm over here like, so now it's a running joke that he did better than me with the nurse. And it's been exaggerated to the point where they say, Mommy smacked the nurse's hand away, which I didn't. I just grabbed it and yanked it out of my nose. But yeah, that was a pretty epic mom fail right there. It's like, you know, when they have to get a shot, you go first and show them the shot's not that big of a deal. That was my plan. That was, right? Here, this is terrible, and I had a bad reaction, but now your turn. Note to self, just let him go first next time. He's clearly braver than I am, and he's been so proud of himself all week now that he was braver than Mommy was. But I don't know. I knew what was going to happen, but I think I just hadn't quite mentally prepared myself, and I was like surprised. I don't know, but it was embarrassing and ridiculous to say. Right, it was. Like it would have been in the car, right? It was just, I felt so bad. Well, I had to call the doctor's office back the next day because we had another question about little Steve. And yeah, you better believe I apologized to the nurse again because I imagine that did not make her day very good. Like she went home and like, yeah, so I had a patient grab me today. It was an accident, I swear. I didn't even know I was doing it. It was just reactionary. My brain thought, oh, that hurts. Make the hurt stop. And so I grabbed her wrist and yanked it out. Oh, Michelle, thank you. We get some hypes in chat for Michelle. Use those handy dandy emotes. Thank you so much, Michelle. Or you can type exclamation point and hi. Thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate you. But yeah, so Next time Daddy will take him. Don't touch me. That's what it was in my head, man. I don't even know. I was just embarrassed, and let's just like seriously flawed plan. The whole idea was to prove to little Steve that it wasn't that big of a deal and everything's fine. Never mind that his mommy is like freaking out and assaulting the nurse. That's the kind of week I've had. Thank you again, Michelle. You're so sweet. I was just so embarrassed. I'm a grown ASS woman. I won't swear because I'm on stream, but you know, I should have been able to pull it together and be a good example. So then I make midnight muffins. You know, it all works out. Plus side though, we can be confident in the fact that what we were all going through was not COVID, which is good. But that's the thing too, is we kept the kids all home last year, which I don't regret that decision. But consequently, little Steve and little Emily weren't really exposed to any of the germs they would have normally been exposed to. So now they're back and it's, you know, full-blown exposure. And so it's just a gnarly cold that does not want to go away. So anyway, so they've just had, you know, lots of video games and snuggles and everything else. But fingers crossed, we're all good to go. They'll both be back at school on Monday. So far, little Emily's throat is just sore and she had a stuffy nose, but no fever or anything. So, how was your guys' week? Right, Michelle? I missed you guys too. The original plan wasn't even to stream today, but I've been telling Steve, like, I miss streaming. It feels weird not doing it. The only way that story gets better is if the nurse watches this. Oh my God, can you imagine? All right, well, lady nurse, if you watch this, I apologize yet again for reactionary grabbing of your arm. And it wasn't even that, like, because I do remember there was a split second between me grabbing her wrist, because literally, like, imagine, you know, this is her arm as she's, you know, going to do it. But it was so fast, I literally was just like this, and I had like a death grip on her, like, pull it out. Oh, I'm sorry, Ev. I don't know. It was just, I was so embarrassed. I'm clearly a grown-up. It was nowhere near as interesting as yours. Yeah, my week, it was a heck of a week, man. Heck of a week. I'm looking forward to next week when we can go ahead and do all the streaming and everything. I think it's going to be good. I ordered some Harry Potter Legos today, so we can put together, you know, because it's going to be a Harry Potter-a-thon, not just a Harry Potter color-a-thon. So there's a few stray hours that need to be filled, you know, when like time zones don't match up or whatever. So I'm going to fill one of those hours with me putting together some Legos. And then I still have plans to do a baking stream, which actually I'm really excited about, because my mother, as a housewarming gift, sent me a new mixer. So I was just like, ooh, I have a pretty mixer I can use in the videos now. I had to take 2 back-to-back tests, one to prove to each kid at the school that it wasn't so bad. Oh, I am so sorry. Hi, Angela. Yeah, Joe, it's super cute. It's like a Hogwarts box, but then inside it's a Hogwarts classroom. It's got McGonagall and Hermione and Ron in it. I don't think it was a Harry, but yeah, it's super cute. So for those of you coming in, we're doing a monochromatic little section of this. So we are just using the Markart's number 30 Emerald Green. We have white and black on standby if we need it, as well as a blender pencil, but we are only using Uno color. But yeah. Hi, Terlin. Oh, totally. Well, to be fair, Evelyn, I was going to do it before I got the mixer, but now I want to do it even more. I was slightly hesitant before because, like, I had an okay mixer, but I've had it for so long. I want to say we actually might have got it as a wedding present. We've been married like 10 years. I've had it so long that the beaters on it, at some point they got bent or something or warped. I don't know if it was in the dishwasher or if, you know, they got dropped at some point or whatever, but they're kind of derpy. And so when you use the mixer, there's a little bit of a clacking sound. It's not so misaligned that you can't use it, but it's definitely off, and it was a derpy mixer. So I had just kind of, you know, wistfully kind of put, I didn't want a big KitchenAid bowl because those are super expensive. So I just put a little hand mixer, KitchenAid hand mixer, and I just put it on my own personal wish list, you know, if I was going to use it, you know, get one down the line. But my mother surprised me with it as a housewarming gift, and I was like, yay! So now I'll have a cool mixer for the video. I'm giving you sass. That's okay, Evelyn. You had a hard week. You're allowed to have a little sass. If you want to bake, they have a Harry Potter cookbook at Walmart. Nice. Well, what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm just going to make a chocolate cake, and I'm going to make the Hagrid Happy Birthday Harry cake. So it's going to have like the pink frosting. Going to make it myself, words and all. Pink frosting and green letters, and, you know, a little crack down the middle. So yeah, we're gonna do the cake. Oh, nice, Mary. I was looking at a lot of other like Harry Potter themed cakes, but a lot of them use fondant, and I just don't want to get into all that. Right, Joe, it was so nice. So I used it for the first time last night when I made muffins at midnight, and our other mixer was really loud too, not just, you know, the clickety clack of the derpy mixers, but the motor on it was really loud. And so I was curious how loud this was going to be because I didn't want to wake anybody up, but it was actually nice and quiet, and it was efficient, man. I only had to turn it on like number 2, and I was like, woo. So yes, needless to say, I liked my mixer. But yeah, I know I didn't make a big announcement before I went live tonight. It was kind of last minute, but, you know, just kind of a chill night tonight. Just kind of hang out and chat. And then we'll go live again Sunday morning. Right? They're so nice. Yeah, I think it'll last quite a while, Joe. It's a nice, like, little, let's say it's seafoam green, but it's not teal either. But it's just kind of like a light kind of like this color. Markart's turquoise. You know what's interesting about doing these monochrome is it really makes you practice like your shading and stuff, and like giving your picture depth when you only have one color. Probably use a little bit of black. Yeah, so Allie, the plan is, so it's Sunday my time, obviously. The plan is Sunday the 29th. We're gonna do an 8 a.m. stream, and we're gonna be live every day that week. So the 29th through the 4th, it's gonna be 8 a.m. Some days will only be an hour, some days will be 2 hours. And then that Saturday we'll kick off the Let's Talk series, which will go up every Saturday. So yeah, 'twill be live. Thanks, Evelyn. Oh, nice, Michelle. Well, I never, like, eventually, sure, I'd like to get the KitchenAid with the bowl, but those are a couple $100s at least. So eventually I'll get one of those. But in the meantime, this replaced my my Walmart mixer. So it gets a little special spot on the shelf in the kitchen. Question is, what should I make with it next? I started on the outside and I just left this lone petal all by itself. Calling out colors tonight is really gonna be easy. There's only one color. Right, Allie? Well, we've done it once before with the launch of Worlds of Wonder, but because there's the whole new segment coming up, I wanted to kind of, you know, a little bit of hype streaming beforehand, and it should be fun. It should be a lot of fun. Now, Johanna's got a new book coming out in October. I'm not sure if she's doing, because she's already done it once this year. I don't know if she's going to, you know, send out boxes or books early or whatever. But even if she's not, maybe when we get it, when the book releases, we'll do another kind of week-long stream like we did before. All right, we're going to use my 1970 Sunbeam mixer. It has a lawnmower size engine. Yes, replaced my clickety-clack mixer. Exactly. Ooh, German chocolate cake. That could be good. All right, let's do these leaves. We'll use some black here in a little bit. I mean, I don't bake from scratch nearly as much as I used to now because I do, you know, the gluten-free or whatever, but I definitely was staring wistfully at the muffins. But the kids enjoyed them this morning, and obviously they were asleep when I made them, so it was a bit of a surprise this morning. Do have some chocolate chips in the freezer. Okay, so for those of you that have baked gluten-free, when you use something like oat flour, because I've used it once, and I get the sense that that oat flour would be better for baking than it would be like other cooking things. So like maybe for cookies, oat flour could be really good. Like you could make oatmeal cookies with oatmeal and oat flour. So my question is, for those of you that bake gluten-free, would oat flour by itself just work as a flour substitute, or do I need to have anything else mixed in, like as a binder or whatever else? It is going to be a streaming bonanza. Evelyn. Streamapalooza. Oh, I like that. Streamapalooza. Well, and since not everyone was here at the beginning, one of the special things we're going to do at the end of the Streamapalooza, as Joe calls it, is we are going to be giving away a 180 set of Color colored pencils, but that's going to be during the stream. So it's US only, and you have to be at the stream for a chance to win it. So German chocolate cake for my birthday until I started alternating between it and pumpkin pie. Yeah, see, we would do cheesecake for my dad's birthday. Right, I know, I want cake now. But yeah, like I want to try it with the oat flour. I just don't know how it translates or if I need to add anything else to it. Melissa. At some point, we're probably going to need to sharpen this pencil. And I think we'll end up using some black on these leaves as well. Not much, just a bit. Cake frosting scratch was so good. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, my mom always made our cakes from scratch, but part of that is because I actually don't like buttercream all that much. If it's homemade buttercream, yes, but like just buttercream from a bakery, I really don't like it. It's too oily. I also used to work at a bakery, so that might partially be it. But even when I was younger, I never liked the store-bought cakes. Right, Tara-Lynn? It's gonna be awesome. Okay, so number 28, which is the black from the Markart set. Not gonna press super hard, but I wanna get a little bit darker under here to kind of make these leaves pop from the rest of the flower. Not buttercream, the coconut pecan frosting. She had to fight Mickey for eating just the frosting. My mom made a wacky cake with cream cheese frosting, but it's basically just a chocolate cake and it rises with baking soda and vinegar. But that was always our go-to cake. It was kind of a heavier cake, but it was super moist. You know, the few instances where I'll actually use black to shade instead of a complementary color. In normal circumstances, I would probably use a burgundy. But I'm not really calling out numbers, even though my instinct is to, but we're really only using 3. We're using the emerald green, the black, and white. That's all we're using on this one. Something you want to rise, you have to add something else. If not, you can replace regular with oat, but it's by weight, not volume because of consistency. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, well, it would be, I'm thinking cookies. So like a chocolate chip cookie recipe. So I don't think it would need to rise too much. I just noticed like when I used oat milk to make pancakes, it was just, it very much had that like kind of oatmeal consistency, which go figure because it's you know, oat flour, but it was very different. A little bit more, less of the light and fluffy springy and more like chewy is not the right word, but you know, they were definitely like oatmeal pancakes for sure. Then that should be fine. Okay, cool. My mom made sweet potato pies from scratch and oh, that sounds good. Made homemade pad thai for lunch. Oh, awesome, Evelyn. That sounds real good. So I'm just switching back and forth between these colors here. Get a little bit of depth in the picture. But the good news is even though school's just started and the kids have a cold, like nobody in any of their other classes are sick at this point. So that's comforting at least. Finished and I swear I turned it. I was so full. No, that just means it was good food. Just means it was good food. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. It should be a lot of fun. We're gonna have so much going on. We're gonna do a page from one of the new books that Evelyn sent, Nice Little Town, I believe it's called. I haven't decided what pencils we're gonna use yet. It'll be one of the new ones. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Right, Dee? Yeah, I'll be glad when we're past this one for sure. I will say, when you're only using one color, it sure does simplify it. Okay, and we're going to use the Prismacolor White. Thanks, Dee. Well, like I said, this one is for a future project, so you all will find out more about that a little bit later. Some of you might be able to guess what it's for, but otherwise, I just have to wait and see. Mom used to make what she called a poke cake. It was a yellow cake that she would poke a straw fresh out of the oven and pour hot jelly. Yes, yeah, they used to make that at the place where I went to summer camp. They used to make that. Ooh, I should make that for the kids at some point. I remember it being really good, and then usually they had like whipped cream on the top of it. Do not make my brain work. Okay, no brain work. Hi, Tammy. How are you? We're gonna give this white a quick sharpen. Oh no, Dee, what happened? You wanna talk hot mess? For those of you who didn't see it, you should go back and watch it. Did that left hand coloring over on Tammy's. I've worked it out later on, but my first house, man, that was disastrous and hilarious. Oh, sweet condensed milk and topped with whipped cream. Is that one of those? What goes in a tres leche cake? Tres leche cake. Oh my gosh, words are hard, man. I blame it on lack of sleep. I was up late, super late last night, checking on little Steve, and then I had a meeting this morning, which I ran late for, but my brain just hasn't quite caught up with, you know, being a functional human being yet. The key is to get enough Jell-O without getting too much. That is true. Stir in the Tupperware with wax paper between the layers. Oh wait, hold up. What did Kelly say? Oh wait, add vanilla to chocolate chip cookies too? Yes. Ever seen a cake was oversaturated and literally melting? Yeah, that was what I made. Oh no, Dee. Could someone in an episode have nailed it? Yeah, when I make my chocolate chip cookies, when I'm not like doing gluten-free, when it's just a normal recipe, I use the recipe turtle poke cake, chocolate and caramel. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, I've never used pudding in it. I do the recipe that's on the back of the Nestle Toll House cookies. Now I used to add an extra egg and an extra quarter cup of flour, and it made them really fluffy. But I've since gone back to doing it, but I have regular vanilla, obviously not vanilla pudding, but I also add cinnamon to mine. I had cinnamon to my cookies. Costco has 3 best leche cakes. It was so good. I eat it almost every time by myself. That's awesome. I approve. All right, let's see. Do these leaves here. You know, this color is supposed to be emerald green. I don't know that I would call it an emerald green. It's definitely more of a teal for sure. Go. The trick is organizing the color in different ways so it all doesn't look exactly the same, you know? Bacon is good on chocolate chip cookies. I could get that, like the salty and sweet. One of the things I mentioned, the Nerdy Crafter, you know, she did those food combinations today. One of the things she did was Nutella and bacon. And I get that. There's a lot of like salty sweet combinations that she does. And this is a Prismacolor White. This isn't the white from the Markarts. Chocolate chip cookies used to come out flat. I should show how our hand beat the butter and sugar. It makes the cookies fluffier. Yes, yeah. So when your cookies come out ridiculously flat, odds are it's because you melted your butter. So if you, that's kind of a cool little trick, is if you whip not sorry, if you, yeah, well, if you whip the butter so that it's, because it actually like almost expands and it becomes super light and fluffy. So literally just soften your butter and then you whip it up before you add everything else and then add the sugar. It's super good. Wait, has Tammy been shopping again? So when you go to the art shop for one replacement poly pencil and you walk out with half the store, no, right? Totally normal? Yes, it's totally normal. Absolutely. Okay, let's see. Let's add a little bit right there. Yeah, see, you can still see some variation in all this. I leave the butter on the counter for an hour or so, then it fluffs better. Oh, nice. I'll still like nuke it in the microwave, but only for like 10, maybe 15 seconds. Not enough to where hardly any of it melts. And then I whip it up that way. So I'm just using, for kind of the difference in all of this, I'm using a variation in pressure to get kind of different shades and tints and whatnot. And like I said, the project that this page is for, I'll go in more in depth how to do this kind of stuff. Whip it good, right? Aw, thanks, Angela. Visit the store before you buy all the stock. Oh gosh. Like this one, I'm just putting very little pigment on this flower, and then I'm doing white, so it's like a super light white flower. I'll make sure to turn away, Tammy. I don't need to buy anything else. Well, you know, Hannah Carlson's got that new book coming out. I honestly forgot that I had pre-ordered it until I got the shipping notification, and I think it's supposed to be here Tuesday, I think. I don't remember how long ago I pre-ordered it though. It was a while ago. Okay. I feel like I should have more to talk about, but not a whole lot happened this week, short of me grabbing that nurse, but you know, no by year, except getting things to bring to friends to Australia. Oh, that's nice, Ev. New Rita Berman book. When's that one coming out? And obviously I'm anxiously awaiting Johanna's new book. I think it's supposed to be out in October. October cannot come fast enough. Go. Ah, use my hand. Sorry, F. Sorry. Look, I'm using the brush. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, I swear. Test? What's a test? Well, maybe I'll do more midnight cooking tonight and venture to make some oatmeal, oat flour, chocolate chip cookies. So I keep staring at those cookies, or not cookies, the chocolate chips. I don't know, does anybody else, when they have chocolate chips, do you keep them in your freezer? I keep mine in my freezer. But maybe it's just because I live in Texas and I'm afraid everything's gonna melt. I'm gonna pass once a month. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I got 3 new pencil cases today. And I also needed an external hard drive, which, by the way, here's the thing, that was my allotment for the month, by the way. It's like, that's the things for this month that I'm allowing myself to get towards this. But funny thing is when I got my first terabyte hard drive, it's like 130 bucks, I think, for 1 terabyte. Do you know how much a 4 terabyte one costs these days? Now, granted, that was like 10, if you bake with them, freezer is best. Oh, for chocolate. Yeah, I was just like, wait, what? And then I remember what I said. A 4 terabyte, so 4 times the size of the one I bought practically a decade ago, is only like, what was it? It's like $84. That's it. I paid $130 for 1 terabyte. Hi, Hedwig. Yeah, they melt if they're not in the freezer. Yeah, so that's where I keep them at. But I was just like blown away. Like, I remember just like cringing the first time I bought an external hard drive, but it's just like, oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. And now a 1 terabyte is like 40 bucks. It's crazy. Pre-order from the book depository. Awesome. Hi, Vicky. But I mean, that's technology for you, you know, it's just crazy to me. I just had it in my head so much that, you know, these hard drives are just so, you know, so expensive. Meanwhile, like the 1 terabyte has dropped in price by like $100. I was like, holy heck. It's just ridiculous. Makes me feel almost like ripped off when I buy it the first time, but you know, that was also a decade ago. So I suppose it makes sense. Technology that was top of the line a decade ago is definitely not top of the line now. It just changes so quickly. Okay, I'm gonna use white. My first hard drive, all of 20 megabytes, was over $900. Oh my gosh, isn't that just crazy? I still have some floppy disks somewhere. Like, they don't even have, like, computers don't even have a floppy disk drive anymore. Like, it's just not even a thing. Like, I don't think I could even read those if I wanted to. Like, maybe I could find, like, on eBay some sort of floppy hard drive reader. I don't even know what I have on there. Probably like school assignments from 8th grade. Right? Yeah, floppy disk. Or what were they called? Like 3.5 by 3, what was it? 3.5 by 5 disc or something? I don't remember what they called it. It was ages ago. Yeah, but floppy disks, man. Can you imagine? That was the funny thing, is that I was watching, so, you know, everybody knows I've been watching Stargate, and there was an episode where they put like these files on this disc. It was some sort of pictures, and I just remember thinking, gosh, that must have been teeny tiny pictures. I can remember telling the lady who bought the first computer I sold with that 128 megabyte hard drive, you would never run out of room. Oh my gosh, right? Oh, awesome, Kenny. The B drive and A drive, right? Floppy disk is what we called them, yeah. There were 5-inch and then there were small with 3.5 by 5, yeah. Yeah, they were actually floppy, like literally. Actually floppy. It's just crazy to me that so much... I mean, I think our first computer was a full-on, like, it was just a word processor. Like, it didn't have anything except a word processor. I remember it had a black screen with green letters. And then we might have gotten our actual computer after that. Yeah, Angie, these are the Markarts. These are the Markarts. And we're just using the emerald green color on this, and then Prismacolor White, and then we have the Markart black as well. But that is all we are using on this. Okay, gonna do this little sneaky fella down here. Trouble graceful for messing with the metal slide thing on. Right, yeah, because you could just like fiddle with it, move it back and forth. Had an 8.5 inch floppy, that's amazing. Okay, gonna do this little flower down here. Gonna use a bit more pressure to get these a little bit, this particular flower a little bit darker. I know it's probably the same as this one, but we're doing it different. I spent a year's savings on my first desktop. Paid it off. I met when we heard our online chat room 20 years. Oh, Groon, that's awesome. Gosh, chat rooms. I mean, technically this is a sort of a style of chat room, but yeah, no, chat rooms were something different then. Green monochrome flower square, yes. I remember when I was an elementary teacher, I had a huge projector that played these giant CDs, not sure what they were called. Oh, how funny. Was 2.5 inches thick and had a little 1.5 inch bar screen. That's awesome. I got my first laptop, I didn't get my own like personal computer for a long time. And it wasn't until I think Steve and I were actually dating and I got my first laptop. It was a little red one. I think it was a little Dell. I think I still have it somewhere. But I loaded it up at one point and I was just like, oh my gosh, this thing is so slow. But I remember my parents' computer, like our family computer, we had Mario Teaches Typing and Oregon Trail. Those were the cool games on it. Let's add a little bit more to these leaves here. But my mom was all about the educational video games, like Math Blasters, but I have fun memories of it. Like, I enjoyed it. Yeah, Laserdisc, like a shiny LP, yeah. Windows Me on it. Funny thing is we're not actually going through too much of the pencil. Now, granted, we're not doing a whole page just this color, but we are doing a section on it. Nobody saw that. No one saw it. Nothing happened. Nope. Nothing happened whatsoever. Hi, Catherine. You have died of dysentery, right? Exactly. The amount of time that I killed the people on my trip. It was a little ridiculous. Fun fact, Steve actually has a shirt that says, "You have died of dysentery." Yes, Oregon Trail. It was so good. So good. I didn't see it, but dang, I heard it. Nothing happened. Nothing at all. How are you, Catherine? All right, let's see. Got this little section, and then I think I'm gonna add some black to the background to make the background kind of go back a little bit further and make the flowers on top pop. Right, Shannon? Every time. Either that or like half your party drowned when you were trying to forge the river. Adventure games that had no graphics, but just words, right? I don't know if I ever did beat that game. But we were pretty, you know, with the mom had a very set schedule for, you know, when we were allowed to play computer games and everything like that. So it was pretty supervised. Yeah, something stupid like dehydration, right? Right? It's so good, Catherine. Yeah, he has a shirt, a blue shirt, and says, "You have died of dysentery." Or usually like somebody with a broken arm ends up dying from it or something. You know, I had a little emulator. I wonder if I could still find it. I had a little emulator at one point where I was actually able to play Oregon Trail. And we did have our first console game set. It took us a while to get it, but our first console set was a Super Nintendo. That was our first one. Here's the funny thing is, so we still have that Super Nintendo, and in fact, we have Steve's, and my brother eventually gave me his as well. So we have two Super Nintendos, so it's nice that we'll have a backup if this one ever goes out for whatever reason, because actually, since little Steve has been home all week, he's got to play a lot more video games so that mommy can get something done than usual, and he's actually been playing like Nintendo 64 and the Super Nintendo and all that. He can't quite get the hang of Super Mario World, and so when I play it and show him, he's just like amazed and baffled at, like, that I'm pushing all these buttons at the same time. It's hilarious. Wrote a hack for Oregon Trail so you can go full on Donner Party with it. Oh my God, Joe! No Atari. The fact of the matter is, we were my dad was a commercial fisherman for years, and my mom very much, at the time, you know, they'd rather us play outside than with video games. And, you know, we were a big family on a budget, so console games were not exactly commonplace. It wasn't until we all got a little bit older that we got our first console. But let's see, nothing wrong with educational games. That Dermot learned the most from Age of Empires. Yes, Steve played Age of Empires. Right? They love it, Dee. You still have your Atari? Oh, that's awesome, Shannon. Tammy. So you went and got a bunch of stuff. Well, now you have a backup. Now you have a backup. King's Quest. You know, in some ways, some of those older games are almost more difficult than some of the newer games. It's not like they've gotten harder. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some games that are difficult, but it's some of the older games. Just seeing my kids play them now and trying to figure it out, I'm realizing that there's still a certain level of difficulty with those games. Pain of losing all your lives in the last level of Super Mario, having to start over, right? Although there is that secret level above the ghost house. When I was a kid and had way too much time on my hands, I would go to that level continuously and just get life after life after life until I had like 99 lives. SimCity. Yes. Okay, so I remember playing it a little bit at school. Steve has it. I have it now, although I don't remember the last time that I played. Oh, I should play that now. Joe, I didn't think of SimCity. Maybe I should play SimCity after stream tonight. I always say I have like the newer updated version. I think the game itself was only like $10, so it's pretty inexpensive in the world of games. Sega, Nintendo, and you couldn't save? Yes. Yeah, for the Super Mario World even, you had to go to like a ghost house or something and save from there. I just recently got a system that has Earthworm Jim. I have so many memories of controllers going through the air because of that game, right? Oh my gosh. The rage that happened on those controllers, it's hilarious. Had to fight way more than one time because someone accidentally tripped over the cord. Oh my God, right? Yeah, the kids had to get used to that. Like, just because like, hey, you can't yank on the cord. You can't sit wherever. You can only sit as far as the cord can stretch. I have my N64 and Sega Genesis from my early days and the Game Gear. Oh, that's awesome. I did Sims and I was a beta tester for Sims Online. It was great when it was in beta and then they released it. Got not so much fun. I can imagine that Sims Online would be fun. Sims is expensive. Is inexpensive until you start paying for upgrades. Correct, yeah. No, I don't know what Earthworm Jim is. What is Earthworm Jim? I feel like I'm missing out on something. We're gonna do these petals pretty light. And then I think we should have time to start on the other one too. Which system is it for, Shannon? Also, for PC, I loved playing Zoombinis when I was younger, and who are we kidding? They have it for mobile now, and I still like playing Zoombinis. I've never beat it fully, but I do like Zoombinis. Sims 4, yeah, Sims 4 is the one I've got. It'll make you throw things and rethink your life choices. I love it. Oh, I didn't do that one. I'll have to go back and do that one. What is what, D? I'm bummed that Sims 2 does not work on Windows 10. Yeah, I have some of the older ones. I really liked, is it Sims 2 that I have? What was the one? Obviously they have witches and stuff now, but there was before they had that, which Sims was it? It might have been Sims 2, where you could have the cars and stuff, because that's one of the things they got rid of on the Sims 4 is that they don't have the cars where you could build a driveway and you could drive the cars around. Was that Sims 3 or Sims 4? I enjoyed that. I wish they'd bring that aspect back. I mean, I suppose that's available for future updates. Oh, Zoombinis, Zoombinis. It was an educational game. It was an educational game, and there were these little aliens called Zoombinis, and you had to, they were escaping something, I can't remember, but you had to do like pattern matching and kind of logic puzzles and math games to eventually get them to the Zoombini homeland. But you had to like go and like get all of them. So even if you like got to the Zoombini homeland, you had to start the game again and play again to bring even more Zoombinis. Because the more Zoombinis that you brought, the more parts of the Zoombini village you were able to unlock. We didn't play much video games in my family, but we still have a Betamax. Nice. I stopped at Sims 3. It got to be too real life. I wanted to struggle in the game. Or if I wanted to struggle in the game, right? Yeah, I don't have all the expansions for Sims 4. I know they come out with a bunch of them. I think I have a number of them, but I don't play it often enough to, truth be told, I think there's too many for the games. The game doesn't run as smooth as it used to. I mean, I suppose it might depend on my computer, but I feel like there's just almost too much. We had a game called Lemmings when I was a kid. You had to do a puzzle to save them. Oh, okay. I remember initially I played Zoombinis whenever my mom would take us to the library, but okay, so I zoomed out because I'm gonna work on the whole square by adding a little bit of black underneath to make the rest of the flowers pop up. Now, normally, if I wasn't doing monochromatic on this one, I would probably use something like a burgundy instead. I never got that into Sims 3. I really love Sims 2 and 4. Thanks, Kenny. Almost every expansion. They can get expensive too. I mean, because then there's like the smaller ones. I don't know. I kind of pick and choose which ones that I know I want to do. And also kind of sometimes based on what they're releasing for it. So like if there's an outfit or, you know, a piece of furniture or something that I really like, then I'll consider getting the expansion. Also, like not all of the expansions come with more worlds. So sometimes that'll be a convincer for me to purchase an expansion for Sims 4. But like I said, I haven't played it in ages. If I do have any time for video games, truth be told, I play Minecraft with the kids. They really enjoy playing with me and we make a world together and we build things. So other than that, yeah. I honestly just don't have time for video games as much these days. I still enjoy them, don't get me wrong. You know, because we've got a Switch too. So, Oh, Brandy, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to our coloring family. We have a Switch, so you know I've been doing the Pokemon Snap because I played that. Arena the game was originally, but I've already beat that game, so whenever they come out with new content, you know, I'll do that much. But Pokemon Snap, Animal Crossing, I really liked Zelda Breath of the Wild. That was really good because the college expansion. Yeah, original Zelda. Yep, Zelda. I was hooked. I didn't clean. I wouldn't cook on my days off. Played all day long. Well, for those of you that really like Zelda, have you played the Switch version of Breath of the Wild? It's like an open world kind of thing. It's so much fun. Absolutely love it. Funny thing is I had, like when I was in high school or something like that, or it might have been college, I treated myself to a DS system, which was like the little handheld game. And I played Ocarina of Time on that, but I just don't think I understood quite how Zelda worked and like the puzzles to figure it out. And I remember getting stuck and getting frustrated and not wanting to play it anymore. I haven't finished Breath of the Wild yet, but truth be told, it's because I'm stuck on a boss and it's really, really hard to beat. And it's just like, this game is stressing me out. I don't want to play, it's stressing me out. Ocarina of Time was the best Zelda? Well, dang, maybe I should give it another shot. Okay, let's see. We're gonna be using our blender to help kind of smooth out the black in some of these spots. Thanks, Kelly. N64 Pokemon Snap. I want the new one, but haven't talked myself into it. AMS, it's so good. Like obviously, like the old Pokemon Snap, you can beat it fairly quickly. But the new one, the visuals are so good. AMS, if you like Pokemon Snap, you will love the Switch version. It's so good. University for Sims 4, and I do have a lot, but I haven't actually played it. Yeah, they do have a University for Sims 4. I loved all the Lego games. Surprise, played them all 100%. Star Wars, Batman, all of them. I had Lego Harry Potter, Joe. Lego Harry Potter. Ocarina, hands down, is the best. Saria's Forest Song is my Animal Crossing town. I love it. Or the horse riding level in Ocarina of Time. Yes. I like the Nintendo Cube. Made me play the longest time before we switched over to the Xbox 360. It was a steal because my brother worked. Oh, nice. Jurassic Park Lego games. Well, the cool thing, so I don't know if you've played Breath of the Wild, so you can't get what was the name of Link's horse in Ocarina of Time? There's like a special way that you can get that horse, but it's like not permanent. But the way horses work in Breath of the Wild is there's wild horses, and then you have to tame them, and you can ride them everywhere. But I actually don't generally choose to ride a horse everywhere. I choose to run because the horses are limited to where they can go. A lot of times I'll end up like climbing up a mountain, and you can't really climb with your horse. You have to leave it there. And if you whistle and the horse can't get to you, it's just like your horse is stuck. And it's like, well, peace out, horse, sorry. Epona, that's what it was. Thank you. I couldn't remember it. But yeah, there's a way to like temporarily get Epona. She just doesn't stay with you the whole time. I like it, Allie. Okay, so I still want the background to show that it is this kind of emerald green teal color, but with the black it kind of helps add a little bit of a shadow underneath the flowers and kind of help them to lift from the background a little bit. There we go. Okay, I think that one's done. Turn that down a little bit. Here we go. All right, we're gonna pull this out here because we're gonna shift down to another one. But before we do that, oh, I love Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong games. Even got the tropical freeze one for myself when we got the kids a Switch. Ooh, nice. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of a glare up the light, but so that's 4. I won't tell you the reasons behind why I'm doing it yet, because there are specific names for what it is that I'm doing, but you'll find that out in a future video. Let's do this one, okay? We need to pick out some colors for it. Donkey Kong 64, that one was my favorite. I have this paper here because the tripod leg is actually sitting on the book and I don't want to damage the book. Okay, so that's gonna go there. Let's see, I'm gonna zoom in. Actually, I guess it doesn't need to be there because we're gonna move it up. There we go. Make sure we're still in focus. Brighten it up a little bit. There we go. All right, now, okay, colors we're gonna do for this one. Let's see. Because I know in my head what I need to do. I just need to figure out what colors to do it. I'm thinking purples and orange. So we need to get, okay, so don't judge me, mostly because I'm waiting on the case. My Markarts are a disaster right now. I did the color chart, but today when I was quickly getting ready for it, I kind of just, they're willy-nilly, all right? Willy-nilly. Thanks, Sadie. So we are going to get, let's see, are we zoomed out here? No, let's zoom out. Okay, shield your eyes. Those of you that can't stand mismatched pencils, Steve would be proud of me. Oh, look at it! Oh, it's a disaster! It's disaster. Willy-nilly. I did. Look at this. It's chaos. It's pencil chaos. What even is this? Who even am I? I don't even know. Nothing makes sense anymore. Okay, let's see how quickly I can actually find the pencils that I need here. Okay, we need number 19. It's a purple. So let's see if we can find that. What's a technical? It's gonna be a dark purple. Ah, found it. It's chaos. Fall vibes in the burgundy and pink one, right? It's so nice. Oh, disaster. All right, so royal purple. We're gonna get indigo. See, why is it called indigo? 102. Some of these are still kind of. It is. I am shamed. I'm ashamed. Look away. Look away. Oh God. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's do, actually no, instead of indigo, we're gonna do ube purple, 116. Yeah, look, it's right there, yay. He would be proud, D. I know. You know, I thought I had them all out today. I'm like, I could take an extra 30 minutes and get them put away, but I wanted to get ready for stream, and I have a case coming, and I just want to put them away in the case, and it just, I'm so sorry, pretty pencils. You don't deserve to be treated this way. I'll live. They might not, but I will. Sort of, maybe. Let's do royal purple. That's 53, all right, so it's gonna be one of these. Maybe. Are you 53? I know, I can't. Except for the fact he does it on purpose. All right, royal purple, all right. Chat, not royal purple. We're going for, oh no, see, okay, that's the thing too. I put this up here. There are duplicate names, but this is how they're listed in the box. There are duplicate names. So not this royal purple, but this royal purple, number 53. So this right here, this is what we're looking for. All right. Can we find it in this utter chaos? It is number 53. I feel like it should be one of these lighter purple barrels. Oh no, it's not, it's darker. This is why I need to organize them. Oh my gosh. All right, purple, we need Ultramarine, which is number 101. It's right here. I don't think they're gonna, Joe. I am thoroughly traumatizing everyone. Okay, Ultramarine, light purple, light purple. That's gonna be number 80. Aha! There it is. And light purple to, let's do sky blue, which is gonna be number 38. Not there. There it is. Yep, 38. I can, honestly, I usually put them in like cups and stuff. All right, we need one more kind of purpley, bluey combination, not to be confused with bluey. So let's grab indigo, number 33. 33, here it is, 33. Let's grab, maybe we'll just do blue all together, okay? So we'll do 33, and then we'll do lake blue, 35, that's 37, 40. Ah! They do have nice teals. So we need 35. Are you 35? You are! You're 35! And then we'll use sky blue, which we already have out again. We're gonna grab a dark rosy purple for some shading, which is number 82. 82? Where are you? I'm so sorry, pencils. So sorry. 82, we found it. Okay. And we're gonna get number 55, deep teal. Haha, 55, here it is. Okay, and then we're gonna do our orangey one. We're gonna do hazelnut brown, which is 24, right here, yay! Okay, hazelnut brown and hazelnut brown cinnamon, number 25. Are you 25? You are 25. All right, 25 for cinnamon. And then orange, number 4. We are looking for an orange pencil. That's number 5. Are you number 4? Number 4. And then just in case we need a little bit of a lighter color, we're gonna grab 110 apricot. Oh dear, are we gonna get apricot? I don't know. That's 78. 91. What's this one? 51. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. What is this one? What number am I? Why am I so disorganized? 110. We're looking for 110. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to calm down. And we're going to find 110. That was number 9. You know what that was? These pencils were mocking me. They were mocking me. Hazelnut brown should be an old blues singer with a gravelly voice. 110. 91. 71. 11. I may have to throw in the towel. 110, you need to show yourself before I choose a different color. See, I don't even have the numbers turned up. So it's not like I can even... 110! We found it! All right. Good enough. Good enough. All right, so the colors we are using for this one, yoink, is going to be, I'm totally gonna roll these off. All right, so we've got 24, we've got 82, we've got 110, we've got number 4, number 116, number 25, number 53, number 19, 55, 101, 33, 35, 80, and 38. I ordered one today, Kenny. I ordered one today. I actually ordered myself 3 cases. A 120 for this, a 200 for the colors, and a 72 for all my extra Ergo Softs. So I got a case, I did. That's one of the reasons I didn't bother putting them back in order, because the case is gonna be here in just like a couple days. So I'm anxiously awaiting. Residual headache, last minute stream, pencil case, going extra blade. Exactly. That's going for a manga square. What's a manga square? All right, so my first combination was in purples. Okay, and then I had a light blue that went in here too, but we want to do number 19, and then what did I choose? I chose 80 and 116. So I'm pretty sure this one 80 goes here. And then what did I have? 116, 53, 101. What did I choose here? 53. I'm trying to remember what the... Oh, royal purple. That one was going to go in there. So this one was royal purple and then ube purple. That's what that was. Okay. They are so fun. Hi, Nan. I didn't hear if you answered Hades' question, wax or oil. Oh, I didn't see that one. Sorry. Pretty sure they're wax. Yeah, because they're pretty soft. I'll have to look it up. I haven't done a ton of research on them. I will do, my plan is on the Let's Talk episodes, I'm going to cover every single pencil set and marker set and everything I have. So at some point, we will have an in-depth episode. Actually, I don't need to sharpen these. We will have an in-depth episode on these. Yeah, it was pretty fun. I mean, just doing one color. You do enough shades and stuff, you can still get your depth. All right, so let's start with number, what is this? Number 19. Number 19. So I have, each of these little sections is going to represent something. And so I know what this one is representing, and I will explain these in a future video. But every single one of these is a practice in something, and we will go over it at a little later date. Look like a fall palette, look like a great selection. It is. I will say they have a really nice selection. We'll zoom out just a little bit here. So this is the color chart. You can find this on my website, but it did pretty good. There's some of these are fairly similar, but they're pretty red. And this is actually the color order on the Markart box didn't make any sense. So this is actually my own color order that I reorganized everything in. But yeah, there's a good range of a lot of good skin tone colors. Oh, good night, Melissa. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. I've been afraid to show my face since I broke the news about the Nancy Drew authors. Oh, Nan, you're fine. I mean, no, Nan, I was heartbroken and I spent a week crying in the corner and then I threw my books away. No, I'm kidding. I didn't actually do that. Okay. Actually, I'm going to turn that up one. The shadow of my hand makes it seem darker than it is. Time is it anyway? 10:02? Yeah, we're doing okay. But yeah, I needed to do this anyway, and so I was like, I should just do it with everyone else. This isn't going to be like a continued stream. We're not going to color all of these together, but tonight was sort of unplanned, and I missed you guys, and so I was just like, we just need like a low-key stream time, you know? So I was just like, I'll just work on this with them and we'll call it good. So yeah, I missed you guys. It was so weird not streaming. Not to mention, I mean, I've always known that I value this time with you all. I mean, with all the lack of social stuff going on just because, you know, of COVID and everything. Like, I forgot how much I really just thrive on hanging out with you guys. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, like I've Zoom stuff and whatnot with other friends, but it's just not the same as what it used to be. So I'm just using number 119 right now. Exactly, Nan, exactly. Oh, Ev. Well, we are so happy to have you here. I can't wait for that tote. So I went ahead and tried out, remember I had been joking a lot about making a quote tote. So I went on Snapfish and I made one and I'm sending it to Ev and I'm really hoping that when it gets there, like the font's not too small, but I tried to choose a variation of ones that were particularly hilarious. And I put them on the canvas tote because you can get things printed on there. And so, aw, we love you, Ev. I'm excited to see how it turns out. I made a quote tote. And I wanted Ev to have the first inaugural quote tote. Oh, it is, Kelly. You're absolutely right. I say it all the time. It's an amazing community. Like everywhere, you know, it has its up and down, and occasionally there's a little bit of drama, but at its core, we are a wonderful, supportive community, and it's amazing and wonderful and just awesome, and I love it. I mean, I wouldn't keep coming back and doing this if I didn't like it. You guys are awesome. Oh, Panda Pal. We can all understand our passion for coloring, collection of color pencils. That's exactly it, and that's a big part of it. It's like you tell people that you color, and they're like, wait, what do you do? Number 53, they just assume that like you're a crazy person. It's like, I'm not crazy, I like to color. Leave me alone. Don't knock until you tried it. We're a room full of like-minded individuals. Total introvert, this is my social activity, right? I've definitely developed some introvert qualities. Like, don't get me wrong, I like talking, which I'm sure everybody knows by now, but I also have grown for a dislike of actually going out and talking. I prefer to stay home where it's, you know, nice and safe and no COVID. I am crazy and I like to color. I love it, Angie. Exactly, Evelyn, exactly. I should have grabbed a pink. Nah, we'll stick with purple. Okay. Now we're gonna grab, hi Deborah. We're gonna grab 116. Yeah, but I'm excited to share with you the video that's gonna be kind of surrounding this particular page. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, we're gonna grab number 55. Gonna use our blender pencil here in a minute. Look up at chat in just a second. Okay, use our blender pencil. I've transitioned from the beauty community to the coloring community because we are more supportive to one another versus beauty. Aw, that's awesome. Not crazy, just normally challenged. Ev, I like that. Exactly, Ev, exactly. All right, and then a blender. And truth be told, that's part of the reason why I choose not to have a face cam, mostly because when I'm here, I want it to be about what we're doing and the community and not necessarily about me, just because, you know, I don't know. I just find it more relaxing and more chill if it's literally just, you know, just this. And it's one less, to be perfectly honest, it's one less thing that I have to be concerned about, you know, because if I was on face cam, I'd be thinking, you know, am I making a funny face while I'm concentrating? Or, you know, I'd have to make sure I do hair and makeup because no, I just don't think I'd feel confident coming with unwashed and crazy hair. But it just makes it so much more chill just to not be worried about a face cam, just kind of hang out and, you know, color. Just have fun. Where'd that go? There it is. Oh, I'm glad. Okay, we're gonna set the purples aside for a second. We're gonna do our orangey part. Exactly, Evelyn, exactly. That's absolutely like that. I like that with piano lesson cameras on my hands and keys. Exactly, and besides, my getting dressed up for you guys is doing my nails. That's what it is. This is the extent of makeup you will get from me. Okay, so this is number 25. I mean, I suppose there is another level of like people can feel like they can connect with you a little bit more if they can see you, but I don't know. I've never really found it necessary. Exactly, Ev, exactly. All right, now number 4. So being a social has been a bonus. Nice, Joe. That works. I mean, I've always been pretty extroverted my whole life, but I think just this last year I've just, you know, like my home is the safe area. Like I knew that, you know, there's no chance. I don't know, like COVID has probably given me more anxiety than it probably should, but you know, I feel safe and you know, calm and relaxed at my own house. So why not stay here? Okay. Aw, thanks, Angie. Number 24. Forgot that I had this darker color to go on here, so we're gonna go over this one more time. Plus, I mean, I've loved art my whole life, so the fact that I can turn this into something more than just a hobby, like it's so much fun. I never would have thought that I would have been able to turn this into what it is. And I mean, I've got big plans for the channel and for the future regarding all of this. Like, I'm excited for it. Okay, and then back to orange again. And then back to number 110. Right, Nan? Oh, I'm right there with you. I mean, with the kids going to school, I've gotten a little bit better, mostly because I've had to, because they need to go back to school, but yeah. Oh, thanks, Ev. I know, there's definitely days where I come in if I'm maybe not, like, if it's been a long day or whatever, but for the most part, I'd like to think I'm pretty chipper. At least I try. Go me fly. Dang fruit flies. Okay, number 38. I want to get a little bit of this background in. Like the pencils being out of order. Stressed Emily out a little bit. Very expressive. Oh, thanks. Only stressed me out a tiny bit. Like just a little bit. I'll feel better when the case arrives and I can just sort them into all their places. I don't know. I prefer pencils in cases versus tins because I'm so flippin' clumsy, to be honest. Like, I'm always afraid I'm going to dump over the pencils. Before I got my polychromos in their case, because I was waiting for it to arrive, I am not joking. I accidentally dumped them out of their tins 3 times. I am amazed they were in any sort of shape. Like, they weren't shattered when they were done. Do you keep your tins? So I do, actually. Sometimes I've gotten rid of them if they're like cardboard boxes, but I do keep my tins, and then I keep different things in them. So like one of the things is actually they came in really handy when we moved. I had a lot of bits and bobs, you know, like I had smaller pieces of watercolor paper, stuff from the drawer in my desk. I've got just like little things. And so what I did is actually stored it all in the tins when we move, but I'll use it for things, like I said, like paper. Sometimes I'll put, you know, like ribbon in them. So I do utilize them, and it's mostly because I can't bring myself to throw them away. They're perfectly good boxes, you know? I understand, I cannot handle them over. That's how you think you lost a pencil, buy a replacement, and then you find it where it shouldn't be. Yes, but think of all of the cool things you got while you're at the store to replace them. So really, it was a good thing. I completely agree. Sounds kind of a cliche, but Hubs and I feel we've lost a sense of security that may never come back. We're not freaked out or anything. It's just also different. Nan, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. I mean, honestly, I was talking to my sister about it when, because I was pretty anxious about the kids' first day of school. And she made a good point. You know, so for us, we are vaccinated. There is a vaccine coming for kids soon. Steve and I want to do a little bit more research about that. That's a little bit different, having them vaccinated with it versus us. But that's a whole other thing. But the fact of the matter is, there's a very good chance that COVID will never completely disappear. Or if it does, it's going to take a while. And it's a very real reality that our kids are probably going to have, just like the flu season, our kids are probably going to have to live with this for the next, you know, years to come, 5, 6, 10 years, whatever. I don't see it being completely eradicated. And so, you know, you do what you can to keep yourself as safe as possible. And the rest of it, we just have to learn how to live our lives. But it's getting out of that mentality of life the way it was before COVID, you know? Hi, Alex. Oh, Hedwig, I'm so sorry. To eat a lot. Now I can imagine going to a restaurant. Oh, Ev, right? Me too. I can't remember the last time. Like we are now comfortable enough to get takeout. Like we were getting pizza and Chinese food before, but that was about it. But the kids love Chick-fil-A. And so we are now comfortable enough to do Chick-fil-A and whatnot. But going out to eat at a restaurant, we have not done it since this happened. Exactly, Tammy. Exactly. So much more socially inactive during COVID than I ever was before. That's awesome, Aspie. Oh, the whole like streaming and I'm using number 33, streaming and coloring community and all of that. Oh, it absolutely has gotten me through all of this. I mean, because our family doesn't live close by. Like we're all distant. So it's not like we even had family that we could go see in a little, you know, pod of safety, I suppose. But yeah, it's just, it's not going to go back to normal. There is going to be a new normal, and it's, you know, the new normal may just be learning to deal with this, you know? Yeah, the Nione are similar. Nione are a little bit more expensive, but they're very similar. Wait until you get invaded in a year. Exactly. Oh, you're gonna have so much fun on that trip, Ev. I can't wait to explain to you guys what it is that I'm doing here. It's gonna be a fun video. I'm excited. Oddly enough, I already have episode 1 and episode 3 filmed, but I haven't filmed episode 2 and episode 4 yet. Honestly, I normally would have done it this week, but with little Steve being home, like there wasn't a whole lot of just straight up quiet time to do it. And then by the time evening came around, like I was so exhausted, but he should be feeling well enough to go back to school next week. So I'll have a little bit more time to film. Aw, nice, Alex. You're fine. I allocated 2 nights of the snowy zest to get ready. Oh, fun. That's how you just gotta stick around, Kelly. You just gotta stick around. I'm excited for this one. I've been doing a lot of research for this particular episode, but it's gonna be fun. This one will probably honestly be, that's gonna use this page, will probably be episode 4. It'll probably be episode 4, which means that, so let's see, episode 1's gonna come out on the 4th, and then there's the 11th. Okay, so this one probably won't come out until the end of September, like September 25th. Unless I have it switch places with episode 2, then it would come out on the 11th. But it just kind of depends on which one I'm able to film first. So we shall see. Because it's going to be every Saturday. It's going to be every Saturday. Our itinerary planned, right? You did it at 4 in the morning? Exactly. My daughter was one of 4 in a single class sent home that day positive. She was masking daily. Oh, yeah, Ams, that's hard. That's so hard. Have I been browsing to see if there's like KN95 masks for the kids? Absolutely. But I was reading some articles on masks for kids, and they said one of the big factors is, despite whether or not they're, you know, KN95 or whatever, they need to be comfortable enough that the kid will actually wear it. So if they are so uncomfortable that they're pulling them off or whatever, then it's not going to matter if it's KN95 or not. So I actually made masks for my kids. It's double layered, but if I wanted to, it's got a pocket on the inside where I could add a filter if I want to. But for now, it's just multiple layers of fabric. They can breathe easily and they're comfortable and they fit their face. So that is what I'm feeling comfortable enough with. And I did fun materials, like little Emily has like a Girl Scout one and all of that. So they just need to be comfortable so they'll actually wear them. I was just getting sleep at 4 in the morning. Okay, I'm gonna leave that blue as is now. We'll probably refine it a little bit more later on. So let's go ahead and do number 101. 101. Yeah, exactly, Allie. The kids do a pretty good job. I think it's because we've had so many conversations about it. They take them off at snack time and at lunchtime, and then they put them back on after that, and I have them wear them outside at recess too. But they know that if they want to take them off for a second to go get a breath of fresh air, they step away from the crowd of kids, go get their fresh air, you know, when they're outside, and then, you know,
when
pop
I
back
came
on.
in, lol.
Catherine! Oh my gosh, thank you, Catherine. Let me get some hypes in chat for Catherine. Oh my goodness, thank you, Catherine. Well, gosh, I'm gonna have it saved up for in no time at this rate. Oh my goodness, you use those handy dandy emotes if you remember. Thank you, Catherine. You're so awesome. Oh goodness. If you could see me, I'm grinning ear to ear right now, Catherine. Thank you. Thanks, Angela. Oh, I want to explain to you why I did that, but if I do that, then there's no point in me doing the video. Because there's actually a very good reason behind this orange flower. It's a very good reason. It's all going to be part of the lesson. Like, I just want to tell it to you now. And I'm holding it in. I'm holding it in. I'm just so, like, I have like a whole list of topics on my whiteboard over here, and I'm so excited to do them with you all. It's just going to be, it's going to be amazing. Think you know why I did it? Sneaky, sneaky. I have a Cheshire cat popping up when she's happy. Oh, I should, yeah, no spoilers. I won't do it. I should switch it to like a Cheshire cat gif. I should do that. I'm gonna look it up, see if I can find some Cheshire cat ones. Although, I'll be perfectly honest, when I was a kid, the Cheshire cat scared the crud out of me. Like, no joke. He's all like disappearing and his smile's hanging in the air. Alice in Wonderland was a friggin' terrifying movie. I mean, I watched it, sure, but it was scary, man. All right, now number 80. Brought me a new wine cup and brought it over filled with wine, so I sat on my porch. Oh, Alex, that sounds so nice. Oh, that sounds so nice. That's a good friend right there, Alex. I haven't read the book. Oh gosh, is the book terrifying? Oh, now I'm wondering. Like, would you say that Alice in Wonderland is a kid's book? Like, is it a long book, kind of like the Jungle Book would be? Would you still count it as a kid's book, or would you say it's geared more toward young adults? Are they really? Oh, nice, Alex. That sounds like a relaxing afternoon. Alice in Wonderland is not a kid's book. How long is it? Is it like a chapter book, or is it like a Grimm's fairy tales kind of book? I've never read it. I'm assuming it has like a sort of happy ending, just like Alice does. Oh, it's a short book, very intense. Young adult. Alice in Wonderland coloring book. Oh, nice. Oh, that's nice, Alex. It's actually an adult's book, not for kids. Definitely not written for kids. Oh, gosh. Like, I don't do well with scary things. Would it give me nightmares? Oh, he'd have to be. He'd have to be, Ams. All right, note to self. Do not read Alice in Wonderland to the kids. Oh gosh, Hedwig. There's an Alice's Nightmare coloring book? Oh my gosh. Shannon, by the way, if you're still here, I was browsing just because you had mentioned how much you like it. Did you know there are Wizard of Oz coloring books out there? I noticed that there are Wizard of Oz coloring books. There's a number of them. Some are kid stuff, but there's also some good ones. Oh, absolutely, Angie. Wait, there's a video game? Oh my gosh, yeah, that's probably terrifying. I'm using the white Prismacolor. If you want something scary, read Dickens' original Christmas Carol. Holy crap, it scared the crap out of me. Really? Ugh. Joe. Philosophical mathematical concepts in Alice. I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, Alice freaked me out as a kid. I don't think I've shown that to my kids yet. But they're really sensitive to anything remotely scary or, you know, just kind of stressful in general. So we're really careful what they get to see. Easing them into real life situations in a slow way. Number 101. Like, she absolutely does not want to read Harry Potter yet, which is okay. She's still a little bit young for it, but I look forward to when she's ready for it. Oh, absolutely, Deborah. Going a little late tomorrow. She'll have a signal once you're stream. Oh, that's okay. Well, Alex, the stream starts Sunday. The morning stream starts on Sunday. Do not read Alice to your children. Okay. Well, if the book is worse than the movie, and I'm too scared of the movie to show them, then yeah, book is definitely off the table. I kind of want to do Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, but I'm afraid that the white, what do they call her? The White Witch or the White Queen? I think it's White Witch. I think she'd probably be a little too scary for them. The funny thing is my son's not as easily scared as little Emily is. So like, you know, I play Minecraft with the kids, but it doesn't really bother him all that much. Like he wants to have the monsters on so that we can battle them, but little Emily won't play Minecraft with us if monsters are on. Oh, Eve said, oh, gotcha. Sorry, I missed that part. Oh, sorry, I missed where you said Evelyn at the top. I gotcha. Remember being scary, kind of dark. Yeah, maybe. All right, so 55. I started reading The Princess Bride to them. They were kind of on board, but because it was like, it didn't have very many pictures. Now, this was a year and a half ago. They kind of lost interest in it. So I think we'll have to revisit The Princess Bride. I definitely had to stop and explain a lot of things. So I think it might be a little bit too much for them yet. Okay, let's see. A blue flower. What time is it? Oh, it's 10:30. It's 10:30 already. Let's zoom out and see what we did. Here we go. So obviously I did these three on my own. I really like how that one turned out. I was sitting here trying to think about what color would be the prettiest that I could do for monochrome. I like that a lot. And then we got dish one. So obviously I'm going to continue these on my own, and the next time you see these will be in a few weeks when we do young Catherine. So I never actually say their ages, although it's been slipped. If you've been here around here enough, you probably have a pretty good idea of how old they are. But they are old enough that they can carry a good conversation, but young enough that I wouldn't let them walk home from school on their own. So that's a pretty good definition. Yeah. My brother read War and Peace to his oldest when she was 7. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Let's see, where's that piece of paper? There it is. So we can shift this down. Yes, minnows, minnows. I like that, minnows. Ooh, I'm moving the camera. There we go. Oh, I like that, Catherine. Minnows. Anyway, it's 11:30 here. Things are just getting jumping around here. Yes, they are under 14, absolutely. Thanks. Anyway, I just missed you all. I knew this wasn't like super announced. I didn't give anybody a whole lot of heads up, but yeah, so Sunday, 8 a.m. Okay, that is when we are going to be live next. Next week, there will be no evening streams. It'll all be morning streams. I thought you were going to say your kids could carry like 20 pounds. Yeah, so they are going to be all morning streams next week, no evening streams, but then the following week we'll be going back to normal. That'll be the plan. Spacebar not working. Oh no, Allie. It's okay. I was able to read it. So yeah, our next live then will be Sunday, 8 a.m. U.S. Central Time. Every day next week, the idea is it'll be at least an hour, sometimes 2, depending on if there's anybody coming on after me or if I've got a work meeting, but it'll be at least an hour in the morning. So 8 a.m. U.S. Central Time, that'll be 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Mountain Time, 6 a.m. Pacific Time. I'm sorry, Pacificers, but 8 a.m. is kind of the time across the board that I'll be able to start without overlapping too many people. Yes, Evelyn, absolutely. We obviously need a lot of hashtags, exactly. I know, it's so early, I'm so sorry, but it's the best time. Now, but remember, and I'll have an official announcement, remember, so we'll have that whole week, and then the last day, that Saturday, which is going to be the 4th, okay, so Saturday the 4th will be the last of that week-long stream, but that Saturday, we will be giving away a 180 set of colors. It's still in its plastic, all nice and shiny. It's US only. I apologize, US only. But we will be giving away this set on Saturday, and then that Saturday is episode 1 of the Let's Talk segment. Yes, 11 p.m. Look at clouds and try to see shapes. Exactly, me too. So yeah, lots of exciting things going on next week. But yeah, this was just a quiet kind of little Little chill stream. I know, Alex, I'm so sorry. But you'll be able to catch it back. You'll be able to catch it back. And Alex, for the giveaway on Saturday, I'll probably do it at the end of stream. That way it's not quite as early for the Pacificers. I'm not too worried about it being maybe too early or too late for other countries because this is only the giveaway. I'm talking about the giveaway one because it's only for US. So it's not like middle of the night or anything. Oh yeah, Alex, for sure. It is the 180 set of the colors. Here, let me move this. Maybe? Hang on, hang on. There we go. Here, I'll lift up the tripod. There we go. I'm holding the tripod legs right now. That's them. I'm gonna give this box away. Okay, setting that down without dropping the camera. I'm excited. I ordered that 200 case to put them in. Oof. There we go. There we go. Now the camera's all lopsided. Ooh, awesome, Deborah. Okay. Well, that's what we had. And I want to clarify too. This was a gifted set from anonymous donor. So yeah, lots going on next week. But let's just start with Sunday 8 a.m. I'll see you all here. We are going to be doing. I'll show you the book real quick. I haven't decided on the pencils yet, but nope, not that one. Hang on. I think I put it somewhere in preparation for it. Anyway, we're gonna do Nice Little Town. Nice Little Town is what we're gonna start with on Sunday. So it'll be good. All right, everyone, I'm gonna head out. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see, Michelle, thank you for your super chat. Brandy, thank you for subscribing. And Catherine, thank you for your super chat. You all are amazing. Thank you everyone for being here and hanging out with me. And then, yeah, I'll see you in a couple days. Okay, what time Sunday? 8 a.m. US Central Time. 8 a.m. US Central Time. I will get it scheduled so you'll be able to go to the channel and just hit a reminder for it. So it'll be good. It'll be good. All right, everyone. I'll see you later, okay? Stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.